Check, check, check. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. All right, all right, all right. Let's get busy. All right, let's see here. Settings, who can comment? It doesn't allow me. All right, y'all. Edit post. I'm gonna see if. All right. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, in the building, in the building. Do what afraid? Somebody says, do what afraid? Just join. Come on in and let's talk about it. Come on in and let's talk about it. Somebody said, do what afraid? All right, on TikTok, you know what I need. Thank you for the invite. You know what I need? I need y'all to give me some likes. I need to get up to 1.5, 1,500 likes. And thank you, Kathy. Thank you for loving my glasses. I appreciate it. Yo, I bet these glasses, people like the glasses, but y'all, this started when I was on COVID. During COVID, I was doing lives and I realized I couldn't see up close the writing. And so I had to get readers. And I was like, I can't get the readers that come out of the drugstore. So I had to get some cool looking ones. So all of the glasses you see are readers, but I can see quite well, except for when I'm looking up close trying to read your comments. All right, I got something real good tonight. Real good tonight. Okay. So. Hey, see, I don't know if you're on yet. I just want to make tonight. Somebody said, what's tonight's topic? All right. Oh, thank you so much for watching Caught in the Act. I appreciate it for watching. All right. So tonight, after last night, I got so much response last night. People wanting to sign up for the class. We only have one spot left for the class. People have joined. We got one spot left, and I'm super excited. But so I wanted to do something tonight. I wanted to do something because how many of you have wanted to pursue something? You've wanted something, you've desired something, but you allowed fear to hold you back. How many of you have done that? I mean, I imagine, just say me in the comment section, because I got all my platforms going. Just say me. If you ever wanted to do something, you've ever desired something, but you allowed fear to hold you back. I want you to just put me. Let's a moment of transparency. All right. Somebody says me. Okay, me. I see that. I as they say in church, I see that me. I see that me. I see that me. All right. I want you to, for a moment, you don't have to tell me what it is. You don't have to tell me what you are afraid of, but I want you to think back for a moment to how you felt when you really wanted that thing, but you allowed your fear to stifle you. You allowed your fear to stifle you. And I want you to put in the comment section, how did you feel? I mean, besides the fear, did you feel defeated? Did you feel frustrated? Did you feel sad, angry? What did you feel when you allowed your fear to keep you from having what it is? Disappointed and ashamed, okay? Lost, okay? Sad and defeated, stuck, okay? All right. Anybody else? What did you feel? All right. Now, where am I going with this? Somebody says definitely defeated, frustrated, disappointed. Somebody wrote abandoned. Okay. Somebody wrote confused. Monique wrote confused. All right. Somebody says I was mad at myself. Somebody says regret. All of these emotions. Ooh. Tonight, Coach gonna talk to y'all. He gonna talk to y'all about his fears. And he's gonna talk to you about how you overcome fear. And then I'm gonna talk to you about what I'm actually doing that is going to help people in the future, how I overcame my fear, and how you can do the same, and how each of you, I'm going to help you achieve something that you want. There's something that many of you want, but secretly, silently, you have allowed your fear to dictate your behavior. And so, what we want to do tonight is I want to talk about how you actually get over it. But I got to talk to you about what I'm doing too. So, but until then, here's what I like to do. Right about this time, y'all know how we do it. Tell me your name, either your government name or the name you go by, and where you're checking in from. Your name and where you're checking in from on this Friday evening. Y'all, on this Friday evening, so I can acknowledge you wherever you are in the world. Okay, here we go. We got Kim. Oh, Kim, I don't know where you're from. You got to at least tell me where you're from. We got Nicole from Philly in the building. Kim from Kansas City, Missouri. Deborah from Lakeland, Florida in the building. We got, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I know you're from Nigeria. Thank you for joining. Lena from Las Vegas. We got Bridget from Texas in the building. Nick from Baton Rouge in the building. That's that Dillinati. I don't know, baby. Dianata McKnight, okay, from Atlanta. Kay from New Orleans in the building. Danielle from Chi-Town in the building. T from Georgia in the building. Good, thank you so much for joining me. Yvonne from Glen Allen, Illinois. Thank you for joining me. Janice from Montgomery, Alabama in the building. Julie from Florida. Terry from North Kakalaki in the building. All right. Hawaii in the building. Yes. Tracy from North Carolina in the building. Tiffany from Ohio in the building. Canada, original woman from Canada in the building. Michelle from PG County. Luckily, I know where PG County is. Sabrina from G Borough, my neck of the woods right now. Jen from Long Beach, California, IA. Tina from Arkansas in the building. Good. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, you could be anywhere in the country, but you are here with me tonight. All right. So I want to tell you guys a story. So we're just going to take our time tonight on a Friday evening. I'm not going to be rushed. What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? How you doing? All right. So I want to tell you something. So a few years ago in 2020, we had COVID, right? And I had a lot of clients. I had been coaching a long time, but I was looking online and I saw that there were a lot of coaches out there. And I would listen to some of their messages, y'all. And this is, but a year before I would start listening, but something told me, I should get on social media and tell my message. But I thought it was a vanity metrics. And I was like, followers, I love myself and all this, what I told myself. But the truth is, I was afraid. I was afraid that people wouldn't receive my message. I was afraid that my message may not resonate. I was afraid of a few things. And I remember, y'all, I had two interns working with me, working for me at the time. And those two interns told me something. And they said, Coach, you need to put your stuff on social media. Now, at first, I did not want to do it, but I made all of the excuses in the world. And it wasn't until one of my clients at the time, I was trying to make my client accountable. All right. Because I want you to think about this. In my life, I'm normally not afraid. I normally take risks. I'm normally not afraid. But it was something about this venture that just stifled me. It just fear just gripped me. All right. Y'all know what I'm talking about, how you want to do something. And they begin telling me, the interns, these are 18, 19, 20-year-olds, y'all. These 20-year-olds begin to tell me, speak life into me. 20-year-olds. Coach, you got this. You can get online. I'm telling you. Well, at the time, I had 82 subscribers on YouTube. I had no subscribers. I had friends on Facebook, no followers. And on Instagram, I think I may have had 100 or 200 people. And these are people I knew from Facebook. And so they kept speaking life into me. And you know what I realized when they did? I realized something that I admitted to myself. I looked in the mirror and I do mirror work. Mirror work is when you begin looking at yourself in a self-reflective manner. And I began doing mirror work. And this mirror work, I asked myself, why is it that I am unwilling to do this, to jump on social media, to start doing content, to start telling people? I knew I could help people because I'd already been helping people. I'd already been coaching. And I had to face the fact that I was afraid. And so I looked at myself and I said, Ken, you're afraid. You're scared. I said, the first thing you need to do is admit it. Now I'm talking to myself. I am a coach, y'all. Everybody needs encouragement. So I had to begin recording because the young people, the two 20-year-olds that I had, I think one was 21 and one was 20. They were speaking into me. They were speaking life into me. Now, so what happened? So why am I telling y'all this? Because somebody gonna need this. Because there is something that you're afraid. And so this is the process that I went through. And so what I'm going to do in a minute, I am going to tell you something that I began working on 7 months ago that's literally going to change millions of lives. When I say millions, but it's all because I overcame this fear. And so this fear, I start speaking life into myself because I didn't want to tell my friends that I wanted to do it. I did tell my wife, and my wife said, you can do this. But I didn't believe at first. Now, y'all did not think about it. Y'all, I'm being transparent. Here I am coaching people to be a better version of themselves in every other area of my life. I've done that. But this, I wouldn't do. So I was supposed to go live on Facebook in February. But I postponed it. I made every excuse in the book. I got no camera, all of this. And then really all I needed was my phone. And then March came. And I did not push the button. So April came, I had a client, and I told my client what they were supposed to be doing, holding them accountable. And my client said to me, Coach, aren't you supposed to be going live as well? I said, yeah. And she said, what are you afraid of? My client, because I always say it to them. Why am I saying this? And I said, you know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of not being accepted. I just said it. I said, I'm afraid of not being accepted. And so when I said it, I admitted it. It almost became liberating because at that moment, when I began to confess to myself, not to anyone else, when I began to confess to myself my own fears, okay? And all of a sudden, I start speaking life into me. The young people, now listen, y'all. See, what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to speak life into you like the young people, those 21 and 20-year-olds spoke into me. You see, I never thought that I was afraid because I never wanted to face that part of me. Now, I've been afraid before in my life. However, I was unwilling because here I was a coach, and me admitting that I was fearful meant that there was an imperfection in me. But the truth is, y'all, God perfects the imperfections. And see, what we try to think is, we try to say, I need to be perfect. No, you don't need to be perfect. You simply need to move. You simply need to start. You simply need to walk into it because God perfects us along the way. And so for me, I said 2 months on April 1st, 2020. 2020, I said, forget this. I will never be bound by fear. So on April 1st, or was it April 4th? One of those days, I pushed the button. I said, I must do it afraid. So the title tonight is Do It Afraid. You see, fear is something that it was put in us so we would not walk in front of a moving car at 100 miles per hour. So fear was just put there as a mechanism to become aware. See, fear was never meant to debilitate us. Fear was put there to make us aware of something that is not right. Now I'm getting started. Now I'm about to get started. Here. And so when I pushed the button, what happened was I began to do it afraid. I began to speak life into myself. I began to say, you know what? There are people out there who will resonate with my message. I know this because I taught other people to do it. I've done it myself, but I had to remind myself. How many of you have to remind yourself of who God made you to be? How many of you have to remind yourself of what God told you to do? How many of you have to remind yourself of what you could have, or who you could have, or who you could be? But see, what happens is we're waiting on the outside world to validate us. We're waiting on the outside world to affirm us. We're waiting on the outside world to say, I'm okay, I am enough. But the truth is, God gave you the power to speak over your own life. And that's what I did. I began speaking over my own life. All right. And then here I come. And I'll never forget, 8 weeks in to me doing it every day, and nobody showed up. I think I had a couple of lives where 5 people showed up, 6 people showed up. And see, what you do is you look at your circumstance. And when you look at your circumstance, you're thinking I won't have it because nobody was there. But you know what I saw? I saw thousands in my head. So every day I did a live for a year and a half, every single day. I didn't do weekends. I did some Saturdays, but I would not do Sundays. That's God's day, from what I believe. Okay? Every day I did a live. Every day, no matter who showed up. Do you know what happened? 8 weeks in, I started doing Facebook. I'm sorry. I kept doing Facebook for a whole year. Finally, I remember my live. I got 48 people on one live. I was like, whoa. And then let me tell you what has happened. Let me tell you what it was. Nope, it was fear. I wasn't afraid of success. Nope, because I've been successful at what I've done. But there was a fear in me. Was I afraid of rejection? Yes. I'm being honest. Yeah, absolutely. But I took that fear and I looked the fear in the face and I said, I'm gone. I'm gonna do it anyway. So about a year into it, I think I had about 500, 600 followers or something like that. Maybe not over 1,000, I think. And then my guy, a friend of mine, one of my mentors who helped me, he said, I need you to get on TikTok. I was like, TikTok, my granddaughter, that's when they do those dances. They do all these dances. I ain't doing no dances. He said, no, it's far more than dances. So he came to me about a year ago, and then I wouldn't move. How many of y'all, you know you're supposed to be doing something? Coach Ken comes along and he tells you, I'm going to help you date. I'm going to help you find your person. But you heard it, but you didn't believe that it would happen for you. And so what you do? You didn't do anything. Took no action. That was me. Didn't take any action. He came back to me. There are some people in your life, y'all. Some people in your life ain't going to leave you alone until you do what it is you were designed and destined to do. And so he came back around and he said, man, you still haven't joined TikTok? And I said, so I paid him for 1 hour. I said, I'm serious now. I'm ready to listen. And so he told me what to do. Back then, TikTok's algorithm was a lot better. You could get, it just rewarded good content. And I'll never forget it. He said, now listen to what he said. Then he told me, you got to do the work. Just like I tell y'all, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to learn how to communicate. You got to learn how to handle conflict, but you didn't want to do the work. So here's what he told me. He said, TikTok is so good. He said, you can get big. He said, but you got to do 3 videos a day. I said, what? A day? I didn't want to do the work. I was doing a live for 30 minutes every single day, but I was like 3 videos. They were only a minute and a half, but still 3 videos a day. That was 90 videos in 1 month. And so, how many of you, many times you don't want to do the work? You don't want to do the work because you really, in your mind, you say the investment, the reward is not worth the investment because I might not get it, is what you think. That's what I was thinking. But you know, again, I had to look fear in the face and say, you know what? I'm going to do this work. I'm going to do this work. So for 2 months, 3 videos a day. I think about 6 weeks I did 3 videos. Then 2 weeks I did 2 videos. But by week 8, let me tell you what happened. I did 1 video that went viral. And the video to this day is on my TikTok. It's called When a Man Says I Don't Have Time. I did that video and it went through the roof, over a million views on it. And Coach Ken went from a couple of thousand people all the way up to 100,000 followers. See, why do I tell you this story? It's because many of you are afraid of things that you want in your life. Many of you. I tell you the story because since then, I got on all my platforms, I got 1.2 million followers now. Why? Because I said I'm going to do the work. And 2, I was willing to face my fear. So what am I telling you? Tonight, I want to tell you there are people out there. You have a fear that you won't meet anybody. You have a fear that you won't find the person for you. Because you're looking at your past, you're looking at everybody else, and you are thinking that they can have the person of their dreams, but it won't happen to me. Okay? And so my thing for you is this, is you've got to be willing to get up. First of all, allow somebody to pour into you like those young kids did for me. I allowed them to pour into me. Here I was. Here I am, over 30 years older than them. Okay? But I let them pour into me. I let them tell me, and I begin to listen. And so when Coach tells you that you can have that what you want, God said it. He said, I wish that you would prosper as your soul prospers. He said, faith without works is dead. He said, ask, believe, and you can receive it. Listen, y'all, that ain't Coach. That's him. I'm just relaying the message. And so now, I begin to get clients. I began manifesting the type of clients that I wanted. I manifested people that would pay me what I felt I was worth. And some people was like, whoa, that's a lot of money. But I didn't believe it was a lot of money because I could make a difference in their lives. Long story short, y'all, that began to happen for me. And the next thing y'all know, here I am, become this influencer. And then I'm on TV. Now I'm on MTV. Got a TV show. And all of a sudden, I'm on a TV show, and all of a sudden, all because I faced my fears. And so, so what I'm saying to you is this. Each one of you, you are destined to do something great in your life. In your life. It don't have to be big on TV, MTV. It don't have to be that. It might be the person you touch at the grocery store. The person at the grocery store who don't believe it's hope. Maybe you're the one that will give them hope. Maybe you're the one that lets somebody they know that they can go back to school. Maybe you're the one that lets somebody know they can achieve a goal. Maybe you're the one that lets somebody know that I can start dating and find love after 50. Maybe you're that person. Maybe that is what your mission is. And so each of you have a mission. I know what my mission is. I am acutely aware of what I'm supposed to be doing. Because you know why? Because I'm doing it. Y'all, and see, you get caught up on, most of us get caught up in, are we going to be perfect? How are we going to look around other people? Y'all know I don't give a shit about that. I love the Lord. I'm a Jesus lover, and I might cuss in the next sentence. And I got people on my lives who say, oh, I can't listen to him. He cuss. Don't listen to me then. You cussing behind closed doors. You cussing behind closed doors. Nobody at the church hear you. But then when I say it out loud, and I'm authentic, I'm transparent. Yes, I love Jesus, and and let me tell you something, that I love my wife. And I ain't cheating on my wife. And I'm going to tell you something, I love my kids, and I love my grandkids. So when I get out here and I do this work, I'm not bullshitting. I'm not somebody out here who's saying I'm living the life I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I am living the life that I am talking about. I am not that guy. I ain't in nobody DM. But all this came from me saying I'm going to do it afraid. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Hey, Angela, thank you for pouring into me. I know you love me. You've been with me when I first started this journey. Thank you so much. Angela Best Hill, she is the best. All right. And so listen, how many of you are afraid? How many of you are living in fear? But you know what? You know what? God, that ain't God. That ain't his thing. He's saying, look the fear in the face, and you can do it anyway. So I'm going somewhere. Where am I going? I had to start here. Here's where I'm going. So since the fear, right? Since the fear, since I faced the fear, I'm about to tell y'all something. He sure didn't. But what I'm going to tell y'all is this right here. I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all something I created. So since I faced my fears, I might as well go ahead and keep knocking and moving. Guess what I did, y'all? Okay, so let me tell you something. Once you start facing your fears, you're going to notice that things are going to start opening up for you. There are things that I always tell people this. Listen to this word that I'm about to give you. Everything you desire, everything God's got for you lies outside your comfort zone. You see, that's the way it's designed, to stretch you, to stretch you, because that's where faith comes from. And so many of us, right, we want to stay inside our comfort zone. And inside the comfort zone, that is not where your blessing is. That is not where the thing you desire is. And so what happened is once you start walking into this thing and out of your comfort zone, all of a sudden things are going to open up. Watch this. I want you to think about this analogy for a moment. Why a lot of people don't do what it is they want to do is because they can't see the outcome. You don't know what's going to happen, so you can't see the outcome. So what you do is you stop in the path. So allow me to give you this analogy. Your lights on your car only go 100 feet in front of you, right? But do you know? But what happens? You don't stop the car because you can't see the next 100 feet. What you do is you drive 100 feet and you have faith that the next 100 feet will be revealed to you. So the next 100 feet, the next 100 feet, the next 100 feet, all of them light up along the way. See, there is not one light all the way to where you're going. And so what God does is he gives it to us in part. He shows you a part of it. And so when he shows you this part of it, so God tells you, hey, you want to date somebody? Well, I'm going to send my servant, Coach Ken. He is an imperfect man, but I'm going to perfect what it is you want through him. Ooh, but you don't want to do it. You know why? Because I don't look like what it is you have in your mind. You didn't know you was going to have to do some work to get better. You didn't know you was going to have to improve on your communication skills. You didn't know you was going to have to improve on the way you talk to people. You didn't know all of that. But see, God knew that because the man that he got for you or the woman that he's got for you, you got to be ready to have that thing that you want. The thing that you desire. You got to be ready to have it. But if you ain't ready to have it when it comes, you won't know it when you see it. You know why? Because you ain't ready to have it. You're not ready to have it. And so, here's the thing. Let me tell you what's waiting on you. I'm going to tell you what's waiting on you. So once I started doing it, y'all, once I faced my fear and I did it afraid, once I faced my fear and I did it afraid, you know what was waiting on me? All of my clients, the TV show, I went to Canada a couple of weeks ago, spoke to an audience there. All these stages I've been on because I said yes, but that ain't it. You see, the way God works is this, y'all. If you can figure it out on your own how you're going to get there, the dream is too small. Ooh, if you can figure out how you're going to meet him or how you're going to meet her, it's too small. See, the thing is, that's not the way it's designed. He's not going to show you the whole picture. You know why he don't show us the whole picture? It's because if he showed me the whole picture of everything I was going to have to go through to come to this point, I probably wouldn't have did it. How many of you would have done it? Now, you know what? How many of you would have done it? All right. And so somebody said they must go because I'm talking about God. Bye then. Bye. Go. I'm talking about God. Yes. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. And I'm telling you this right here. So I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to understand this right here. If you are afraid to do what it is that you want to do, all right? If you're afraid, it's okay. It's okay, but do it afraid. Walk into it anyway. Oh, I ain't gonna stop talking, baby. Thank you so much. I ain't gonna let one person. See, that's what the enemy want to do, y'all. He want to make one person derail you. But the truth is, don't let anybody derail you. Y'all, we let people live in our heads rent free. I could care less about these trolls on social media. Y'all, I'm okay with me. I love me. I could care less. All right, these keyboard cowards, who gives a fuck? I don't. But my mission is y'all. My mission are the people that are supposed to listen to this. So I got to tell y'all this. So let me tell y'all where this journey has led me. So this journey has led me to this point. Guess what I've done? All right. 6 months ago, I'm very good at communication, even though I cuss. And y'all know my class is coming up, my master class starting Monday. And thank you for all of you who have joined. We got a full house. We got one spot left. If anybody interested in it, it's called Communicating to Get Your Needs Met. And if anybody interested in it, just reach out to me at Coach Ken Canion at Gmail and say I'd like to have a meeting with you. And we'll do it. But I'm not talking about that right now. But I gotta tell you where it took me. So y'all, about 6 months ago, everybody, when you listen, when you hear what I'm about to tell you, this is literally going to change some of y'all life. Okay. So y'all know AI came out. Y'all know AI came out last year or the first of this year. I don't know when it was. And so I had this idea. I was like, how can I use AI? How can I use it to better people's lives? Okay, watch this. Watch this, y'all. So let me tell you what I did. What I did was I hired a developer. I hired 2 developers because this is what I realized. Do you know the number one problem in relationships? And I'm not talking about just romantic relationships. Relationship with your mama, with your daddy, with your brothers, with your friends. Do you know the number one problem in relationships? It's communication. You see, people, Kim said it's communication. And so it's the number one problem. Because how many of you would allow your relationship to just diminish, to walk away because you're unwilling to communicate how you feel, right? Many of you. And when people come to me, I just helped a couple get married who had communication issues in January. They got married in July. And I said to myself, what if I could do this? What if I could teach people how to communicate using AI? Let me give you an example. Communicate like a coach. Like people would call me, Coach, I just got this email from my mother or my brother or my somebody I'm dating. How do I respond? And I would tell them how to respond. And they would say, dude, that worked. That is amazing. Watch this. So I said, what if I could go to AI and find me a developer and I could program the AI to communicate like a coach, like I would tell you to speak to your romantic partner. And tell it, instead of saying stuff, or instead of keeping it inside of you, what if I could show you how to communicate? And I told my developers this. I said, listen, I want people to be able to type in what they want, what they're trying to say, and then it would come out as though I said it. I told them what to say, as though a coach told them what to say. Well. Would that be amazing or not? Y'all tell me, it would. If you could take an application, an app, and type in, I want to know what to say to my mother. How do I say this? Would that be valuable to you? Just say, yes, it would. If it's not, okay, I get it. If you want to know how to mend the relationship with your friend, if you want to know how to date and how to say it when you're dating, what if you want to tell the person, what about the sensitive issues? What about the sensitive issues that people have and you know what? And have somebody said, no, it's not that amazing. Us coaches won't have work anymore. Yes, you would, Cass. Yes, you would. You would have some work. So I want to tell y'all, so I created it. And I want to say, if anybody, it's coming out near the end of the year. But if you want to get on the waiting list, there is a waiting list for the people to get it first. Now, if you joined my communication class, you're going to get it in the communication class. You're going to be able to use it right away. So here's what it is. All right. So I'm gonna put the link. Type this down. It's called. We named it Pocket Communication Coach. It's a communication coach in your pocket. All right. Pocket Communication Coach. That's what we call it. So now, if you want to say something, all you got to do is pull it out and say, "What should I do?" It's programmed for communication. It's not, so people say it's like ChatGPT. Nope, ChatGPT ain't programmed. You can get to it, but you got to put a whole bunch of stuff there. It took me a lot to program it, and I got other coaches, and we programmed it as though a coach is coaching you on how to communicate. So if you want to sign up for the wait list before it comes out. All I want to do, I want you to do this. Type this in, pocketcommunicationcoach.com/waitlist. I'm going to put it in here. Pocket Communication Coach.com/waitlist. Boom! I just put it for YouTube and Facebook. I just put it over here. What I want you to do is I want you to go and I want you to go look at it. I want you to go look up and sign up for the wait list. Is Pocket Communication Coach.com/waitlist. Y'all, it is the dopest thing ever. Now, some people don't want to improve their communication, so they probably won't go. Some people, it's PCC. Yep, that's what we call it, the PCC. It's you. You got your PCC with you? Somebody got it. You got your PCC. Because let me tell you what happened. I created two things. My fear took me two places. This is one of them. Right now, don't worry about the cost. It ain't that expensive. It's not expensive. Right now, we're gonna just get on the waiting list. Okay? The waiting, pocketcommunicationcoach.com/waitlist. Get your PCC. Get your Pocket Communication Coach. It's your PCC. Oh, thank you so much. Somebody said that's a brilliant idea. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate that. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it right here in Instagram right here. I'm gonna type it in. You know, my fingers too big. Oh, somebody put it in. Thank you so much. Is that Tiara? Appreciate you, Tiara. I appreciate you. Put it in. And somebody over here on TikTok could put it in for me. pocketcommunicationcoach.com/waitlist. And hey, if you would go and sign up and let me know you signed up. If anybody would go and sign up and just make sure it worked all good and everything, you have to pin it. Okay, I'll pin it. Hey, Tara, can you go sign up? If you can go sign up, Pocket Communication Coach. Okay, I wanted to tell y'all that, and then I got one other thing to tell you. All right, so back with me. All right. So the other thing I got to tell you is this. The other thing we're creating is how many of you, I want to create this dating club. All right. And we created this. How many of you feel like if you wanted to learn how to date, how to avoid picking the wrong people, if you wanted to learn how to stop wasting time, if you wanted to learn how to communicate and ask questions, would that be valuable to you? Now, the reason why I asked that is because we're about to do something called the Dating Club. It's going to be kind of almost a part of our Relationship Academy, but it is going to be good. Now, what I want to say is, think about it like this. What if we had something dedicated, a club, dedicated to you. And then you got other people in there dating. And then we got, not only do we have other people in there dating, but then we got the stories, things to avoid. And then if you sign up for it, I'm going to give you the red flags, the real red flags. I wrote this little manual, if you will, to teach you about real red flags. I'm going to give that to you for free if you want to sign up for the dating club. Now, just say you want to get on the waiting list or whatever, or if you want to go ahead and know you want to sign up, it's cheap, y'all. It's inexpensive, but it's going to be cool. If you want to know that, if you would want to learn about the dating club or something like that, hey, put it in the chat. Put in the chat. Dating club. Put in the chat dating club. Just put it. And so what we're gonna do is we'll send you the link to it. Put in the chat dating club. All I know is hey C, are you on? I don't know. C, are you on? I got it. Somebody put dating club. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me somebody put dating club up there. All right, somebody put dating club. Now, I don't know because what we're gonna do is PCC works. You just signed up. Thank you, KJ. Okay. Between the two things, between the dating club is a part of my relationship academy, and the PCC, the Pocket Communication Coach. Y'all, I would never have gotten to any of that had I not been willing to face my fear. So tonight, I want to ask you this. How many of you say, you know what, Coach, I need to face my fear. I need to. I really want to do something different this year. If you really want to do something different, I'm going to tell you something. Some of you know that it all starts with communication, learning how to be better at communication. I got one spot left for my class, Communicating to Get Your Needs Met. If you are interested in that class and you know I'm gonna start dating, you gotta communicate while you're dating. You gotta know how to ask questions. You gotta understand how to ask questions and not get triggered when they don't answer the way you want them to answer. You gotta start understanding how to do the things that you want to do. So my class starts Monday. It's going to be amazing. Starts Monday, December 4th through the 8th. Okay? That's when it starts. And my question is, how many of you want to change? How many of you want to learn? So if you do, I'm going to leave you with this. Reach out to me at Coach Ken Canion at Gmail. And say, I'd like to have a 30-minute consultation with you about the class. Tell me what time zone you're in and your availability this weekend, or even Monday during the day, because by Monday night, we're closing it down. And if you want to be considered for this class, I want you to email me at CoachKenCanion at Gmail and tell me that you want to be considered. Then you know you need to change, and your time zone and your availability, and also include your phone number. All right? Other than that, y'all, that is my time. I just wanted to get on tonight and tell y'all, I know you're afraid. I know what that feels like. But I also know what it feels like to walk in it and say, to hell with fear, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. There are dreams you want to follow. There are things you want to do that you've not done. It's time. It's time for you to say, it's my time. And so I'm just here to pour into you like my young interns did me 3 years ago now. They poured into me, and look, here I am, this influencer, but I'm still me. I'm still the same guy. I'm still the exact same guy. Nothing's changed. I just got more people to speak to. There's something waiting on each one of you. I appreciate you for your time, your energy. Thank you so much. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. All right? Peace.